Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. On this auspicious occasion of Sri Adi Sankaracharya Jayanti, this last concluding verse of Bhaja Govindam or Moha Mudgara are words of blessings from the great Acharya himself. And indeed it is for us his grace that on his Jayanti we could conclude this Bhaja Govindam. Also it is said, Yagyat Bhavati Parjanyaha. All these days you have been seeing that the clouds have been threatening, but it has really not rained. But today, as his blessings, even the rains have come to bless us. So indeed we are all blessed, reflecting on these verses of Bhaja Govindam, harsh sounding as they may be, but they come from a sense of urgency, from a heart that is full of love and compassion. It is said that thousands or countless mothers put together is the Guru. And here Adi Sankaracharya is giving his blessings in this last verse of Bhagavad Gita and making us fearless for one who is devoted to the Guru, dedicated to the words and instructions of the Guru. Such a person must be fearless, because with the grace of the Guru, even this terrible ocean of transmigration, of change and uncertainty can be easily crossed without any difficulty. Most difficulties are only in our own mind, in our own thinking. Fear, anxieties, lack of confidence to face situations, to be perturbed by some difficulties or challenges. But when the mind full of devotion and faith in the knowledge that the teacher has given to us, and with a readiness to make those changes in our thought patterns, our beliefs, our attitudes, and to be able to live even to a minute degree, we can begin to recognize the glory of this knowledge of Vedanta. And that direct experience develops in us the unshaking faith called as Shraddha. So now Bhagwan Shankaracharya gives his last blessing verse. Guru Charanambuja Nirbhara Bhaktaha samsaradachirat bhavamuktah sendriyamanasaniyamadevam drakshasi nijaridayastam devam Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam, Bhaja Mudhamate, Samprapte, Sannihite Kale, Nahi Nahi Rakshati, Dukrin Karane. Guru Charanam Bhuja Nirbar Bhaktaha. What a beautiful expression. O great devotee, surrendered, devoted, fearlessly to the lotus feet of the Guru. Samsarad achirad bhava muktah. Quickly, not too late, cross over this ocean of change, of uncertainty. Sendriya manasa niyamadevam. A word of caution. Keeping your senses and mind well under your check. Drakshasi nija hridayastham devam. With this devotion, with this knowledge, and senses well under our mastery, and the mind that we win over, we can win over this world. And having in this way, with the teachings and living the teachings, kept our senses and mind mastered, soon we shall see. And the expression, not too long, we shall see that shining consciousness, that Deva, that supreme essence, that God in our own hearts, here and now. Guru's feet and God's feet have very often been called as lotus feet. And therefore, symbolically, we also picture the Lord standing on the lotus, or the Divine Mothers sitting on the lotus. Lotus is a symbol in our religion and culture to represent that supreme state of Kaivalya, that state of infinitude, that state of oneness. To depict that truth, that is the substratum of the entire universe. The cause as the substratum of the entire universe, on which this universe plays with all its beauty as well as its apparent ugliness, with its good and its evil. And yet, just as the substratum does not get affected by the illusion or the appearance, just as the desert does not get affected by the mirage, the dream fire cannot cause even a rash, leave alone a burn on the body. Same way, like the lotus that lives in midst of the water, and very often dirty waters, remains untouched, uncontaminated. Same way, that same eternal truth as the Atma, the self, the consciousness, because of whom the body, mind and intellect can function. And the mind creates its various agitations. Yet the consciousness, the witness, does not get affected by the good or the bad thoughts. In the same manner, a realized master, the Guru, who walks through, moves around in this world, meeting all life's different uncertainty and the different type of people and situations, in midst of the world of pleasures or the world of hatreds, temptations, or even adverse situations, but remains untouched like the lotus, blooming in its beauty and wafting its fragrance and purifying the very waters in which it lives. In the same manner, we call the feet of the Guru as lotus. Feet is that which we stand upon. And Gurudev used to laugh and say, don't expect the Guru's feet to be soft like the petals or rosy in color. In fact, the Guru, like Shankaracharya, who traveled the length and breadth of the country on foot, could not have soft feet. It just symbolizes that his feet are those where the lotus of the scriptures bloom. Sarva Shruti Shiroratna Virajita Padambuja Vedantam Bhuja Suryoyaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. And what the Guru stands upon means that knowledge, the truth, the principles and the ideals that the Guru stands upon. And when the devotee is devoted to the lotus feet of the Guru, means is devoted to that knowledge, to that ideal, to that principle. Not just a blind believer throwing himself on the ground, but a person who in his utter humility, recognizing the greatness of the Guru and the knowledge that has transformed his thinking. When one is devoted, then only one has that faith and there is consistency on the path, in our practice, in our meditation. And such a person, Bhagwan Shankaracharya blesses. May you quickly cross over this ocean of samsara. And what is there to fear, even if there are storms of life? In the ocean, if you have the sturdy ship and you have a captain, the Guru, who knows how to stir through the storms of life, such a person, as our captain, we do not have to fear. I remember one beautiful story I was told, that when the Titanic was sinking, the captain was running here and there trying to save the people. There were not enough lifeboats. The freezing iceberg waters, death was certain for those who could not get onto any of the boats on time as the ship was sinking. People were panicking, screaming, running here and there, and the captain, trying to save as many lives, sees one little girl playing with her dolls. He asked the girl, "My dear, do you know what's happening?" And she said, "Captain, I know the ship is sinking." He said, "Aren't you afraid?" Thinking that the little girl might not know what calamity is about to face them all. He says, aren't you afraid? For I am. And she says, why should I be afraid? My mother is on the ship. When that kind of faith we have in Mother Shruti, that kind of faith we have in the words of our Guru and teachings of our Guru, and with devotion we follow the path, then Sat ki naav kevatiya Satguru bhavasagar tar ayo payo ji maine Ram ratan dhan payo. Having got devotion to the Supreme Lord, with the boatman, the ferryman to take us across, and with the strong ship of knowledge, Bhagwan Shankaracharya, our Param Guru, gives his blessings. May you quickly cross over this ocean of samsara. But at the same time, a warning is given that keep your senses and mind under your check, your mastery. With all the knowledge that we have gained, daily introspection is essential. Alertness and vigilance is the price we have to pay for sincere, consistent sadhana to realize this infinite truth. Pujya Gurudev insisted upon this alertness and vigilance, this daily introspection. Do not be careless, for as it is said in the Bhagavad Gita, that even one sense organ can take away our mind into sense objects, and all that we have strived for can be lost in just one incident, the very balance of our mind. Therefore, keeping the senses and the mind well under our check, come to discover this God, this truth, this Deva. And the word Deva means that which is shining, self-shining, effulgent. This consciousness which is shining all the time, because of whom all our thoughts are visible and the experience of this world is there. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam. That light of all lights is ever shining in our hearts. And we, turning extrovert, do not recognize that all our experiences is because of this ever shining presence, the Deva, the God, the infinite consciousness, the Atma. Come to discover yourself to be this ever shining infinite self. And here in this life itself, with this blessing, Sri Adi Sankaracharya again calls out to us, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. And it is very interesting that God is called as Govinda, and we have seen on the very first verse itself that how this one word Govinda reveals to us the nature of truth of God. We had also seen that one who knows this truth becomes the truth or is the truth, and such a realized master is also called as Govinda. And in his humble, subtle manner, all the great masters have recognized that between the Lord and their Guru, and with everyone, there is only oneness. And Bhagwan Shankaracharya's Guru was also Sri Govindapada. So with this, he invokes the blessings of the Lord, of his own Guru, and seeking their blessings, he gives us this blessing of Moha Mudgara. It is also said that when we with our beliefs worship the Lord, serve the Lord, seek the Lord with devotion, the blessings of the Lord is we gain the Guru. And through service of the Guru, faith in the words of the Guru, devoted to the knowledge that the Guru gives, we gain the Supreme Lord. Therefore, 3 times Bhaja Govindam. Seek the Lord, with his blessings, we gain the Guru. And with the Guru's blessings, we come to directly see, experience, have darshan, realize that God that resides in our heart and in the hearts of everything and everyone in the universe. Thus, invoking the blessings, Sri Gurubhyo Namaha, of all the lineage of Gurus, this beautiful, amazing, simple essence of knowledge and for our transformation and living, that Bhagwan Shankaracharya, the great Bhashyakar, the great commentator of the Upanishads and the Brahma Sutras and the Bhagavad Gita, has in such simple words given us the very essence of teachings. Those who have studied Ishavasya Upanishad, those who are studying Kathopanishad, in fact, the very essence of their teachings in these small, simple looking verses, Sri Adi Sankaracharya has given to common man. Very often, in the intellectual debates, in the intellectual studies, in dialogue between scholars, we think that this philosophy is only for the highly intellectuals. But if this knowledge cannot be spread amongst the masses, then that knowledge remains just as an ideology. Bhagwan Shankaracharya, as a true guru, a true missionary, went spreading this knowledge from the common man, living his day-to-day struggles, to the highest philosopher, to the beginning seeker, to the highest adhikari, fit student. That was his range. And true to that spirit, our Gurudev, Swami Chinmayananda, spread this knowledge inspired by the life and teachings of Sri Adi Sankaracharya, with the blessings of his Guru, Sri Taponji Maharaj and Swami Shivanandaji Maharaj, dedicated his entire life to bring this knowledge from the toddlers to the highest spiritual seekers. We are blessed that we have sipped this Ganga from the Kamandalu of such great acharyas. We are indeed blessed, and we should be fearless whatever situations come in life. And even at death, we should be like a Nachiketa. Face it And when it comes to facing life situations, challenges and changes, with the faith and devotion in our hearts, that my Guru and the knowledge will stand by me in every situation to accept and do my best. This is what the teachings of Vedanta is. And in this Bhaja Govindam, Shankaracharya, with these simple, sweet-looking verses, have given the highest knowledge and the practices by which we can attain this perfection. In fact, as Gurudev writes in his commentary, that till recently, means during his times, these verses of Moha Mudkara or Bhaja Govindam used to be chants in fairs, in ceremonies, and children were taught these verses, which are so simple to learn. Teach this, sing it. And I'll tell you that many years ago, most of the satsangs I started with Bhaja Govindam as the first text to be studied. Many youngsters used to also listen to it, and it would be surprising that even when they went somewhere, and I'll tell this very confidently, that if they went even for dancing, they used to find that dancing to Bhaja Govindam and the tune of Bhaja Govindam was so much better than to dance to the various other tunes. And if this Bhaja Govindam can make us dance to its tunes, indeed, dancing joyfully, we can reach that state of bliss, happiness and permanence. Thus, memorize these verses of Bhaj Govindam. Introspect daily, live it, and come to discover that you are eternal bliss, in whom no sorrow, no difficulty, no challenge can affect. With these blessings, we conclude these sessions. We have a number of sessions lined up for you. We will also have, so stay tuned on Facebook, on Chinmaya channel. We will be having various sessions coming up. We will be having also guided meditation. 8th May is Pujya Gurudev's Jayanti, and on 8th May also we have online programs, very interesting, devotional, learning, inspiring, and do on that day, let us pay homage to our direct master, Pujya Gurudev, Sri Swami Chinmayananda. So stay tuned. Next 2 days, we will have questions and answers. If you have any questions, please send those questions. Daily, chant the name of the Lord. Those who have taken up the Likhita Japa of Ram, please write and let us know that you are writing in your book, and send us the book once you finished 100,000. Also, whatever you can do to serve during these times, in whichever way, if you can't do it personally, in whichever way, through your contributions, etc., see that we get out of this situation as soon as possible. So cooperate with all the directives that have been given by the health departments, governments, etc. The sooner we are able to get over this virus situation, more dynamically we can live serving the world. So I wish you all the best. My prayers with all of you, and we'll keep meeting, and in whichever way we can keep on serving, Most important is keep your spirits high, be confident, be devoted, be dedicated, and serve at His feet. So, with that, we will conclude with the prayer, and let this prayer be there daily, that Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramayaha. When our mind is strong and together we will for the well-being of the world, soon the grace of Lord will descend, because all this is His grace only. But these situations are there to give us an awakening call. Let us awaken to that state of oneness where there is love and there is service. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhaved, Asato Ma Satgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.